fittingly, I wore my green this morning because Don Raines is here getting us ready for St. Patrick's Day coming up. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you, Julie.
While you were in the studio setting up, I love it because we always have some guests who are scattered about, and several of them I've heard talking to you saying, hey, I went to your place for Valentine's Day and got your shrimp special, best I ever had. Somebody else complimenting you, I think, on your hamburgers.
Yep.
Everybody knows you, Don Raines. So if you have not been to shop him yet, maybe St. Patrick's Day could be your reason, because sure, he has chicken and fish, but you've got lamb for shepherd's pie.
I do.
You've got things to make corned beef.
Absolutely.
You're ready to go.
I am.
So you were really proud of the Wagyu that you brought. Why would people use a Wagyu for St. Patrick's Day?
It's going to be really tender. It's just got a lot of marbling, and it's going to be way more tender than your average brisket.
Okay.
So, and if you wanted to corn it, you still have time.
What does that mean, corn it?
You're going to cure it with curing salt and a pickling spice. So you've corned it, so you've cured it. Then after you go through that process is going to take a week.
Oh, so you better get it now.
Yeah, and then you're going to cook it after that. So
how do you cook it?
Oh, you could just bake it in the oven.
Okay.
You know.
You don't have to have a smoker or anything. If you don't have one, you can still enjoy it.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Do you cook it hot or slow?
Reasonably slow. You're not going to be real fast.
I'm asking you all these questions. When people come to the shop, can they ask you these questions?
Absolutely.
All right. But now this is what, Don?
This is a brisket that's already been corned for you. So all you have to do is cook it.
Oh, that's
Has a little spice packet that comes with it. It's a brisket flat, so it's going to be the leanest part and the prettiest slices.
And it would take you about how long to cook that one?
Oh, probably 3-4 hours.
On like a 350? Okay.
And there's instructions on it. They'll tell you exactly how to do it.
Covered or not covered?
I think you would probably start off covered.
You think so?
Yep.
So one of the things that I think people enjoy, I certainly do, about Don's Meat Shop is that yes, you can come in and get the meats, but if you want to have the full meal or pick your brain like I'm doing now, you can do that. You can't have a St. Patrick's Day and not have some kind of a potato.
Absolutely.
So you've got your twice baked.
Yep.
I guess that can work. Don't y'all sell like sweet potato fries and that kind of thing too?
We sure do. And you know what? If you wanted to do bangers and mash, I have that also.
That's right. You didn't bring those, but you're very proud of those. Why? What is that?
It's an Irish sausage. It's a dinner sausage that you would do with gravy and potatoes.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to find, but it's really popular for St. Patrick's Day.
Is it spicy?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's dense and filling.
Okay.
It will fulfill you.
So I do like a shepherd's pie. When we were in Ireland a few years ago, of course we had shepherd's pie. And to be honest with you, I make mine with ground beef. But of course, if you're going to do it the Irish way, you ought to use lamb.
Right.
Does it cook differently?
No, it's going to cook. It's going to cook very similar to beef.
Okay. Is it a lighter meat, or is it?
It's slightly. It's still considered a red meat.
Okay. Okay.
But it would be slightly lighter than beef.
There are people watching who this might not be their thing. They may not be Irish. I don't know. Pity on you if you're not. But you do have other things there at the shop. Let's talk about your steaks. Don, you can't ever come and not bring your filet.
No, that's our most popular steak.
And your scallops. My husband swears by your scallops.
Yep, that's a dry scallop. So it hasn't been pumped with the chemicals and water and salt.
And seafood is big in Ireland. Perhaps that's how you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So the scallops are there, your tuna and your mahi-mahi. I mean, look at that. Look at that filet. That is beautiful.
It is. Nice thick. Cook it to where it flakes.
Again, the trick is not overcooking, right?
Absolutely.
What kind of steak is this?
That is a bone-in ribeye. We actually have them on sale right now.
When you talk about it being a bone-in ribeye, you know, if you're cooking chicken with the bone, you get the nice flavor. The bone brings flavor. That's what happens with the steak too?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And you said you have them what, on special right now?
Yeah, I sure do.
What's the special? Are you going to tell?
$12.99 a pound.
Get out.
$2 a pound off.
Wow, that's a great deal. Okay, if your kids aren't going to enjoy this, but you want to give them a hamburger, they can be gourmet.
Absolutely.
Because this is not a hamburger. This is what?
Our ground mignon. That's basically coarse ground steak. And you're going to want to cook it on like a flat top grill or like a Blackstone. Blackstones are really popular right now.
Oh, I love our Blackstone.
And you know, maybe with a little bit of gravy, like a red wine gravy or something like that, and it's really good.
You know, a lot of people, I mean, Don is in Hickson. You're on Hickson Pike.
That's right.
Right, just past the Methodist Church.
Yep.
Right?
Well, we're close to Berks United Methodist.
And
right before it.
Publix, right there at Publix and that kind of thing. So if you're living, unless you live in Hickson, he is destination shopping.
Absolutely.
You are, but people have done that for a long, long time.
Sure.
If this is your first foray into this destination shopping with Don, I promise you it won't be your last. And all that you see that he has here, especially for St. Patrick's Day, when the calendar flips and it's Easter, he's going to be ready for that.
Yep.
And when the calendar flips and it's Mother's Day and graduations, he's ready for that. Mondays, you still do your chicken special?
Absolutely.
What is that again? Tell us.
It's $2 a pound off our normal price, and it's a small bird breast. It's not the real big chicken, it's small chicken.
Right.
So it's more tender, more moist, no added hormones or antibiotics.
Okay.
So it's really good stuff. It's like $4.99 a pound.
And if you were going to do your corned beef, whichever way you do it, but if you were going to do this one, what would you serve it with? Cabbage?
Oh yeah, cabbage, potatoes, keep the Irish theme going.
Just have some toothpaste handy.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Don, so much.
Thank you.
You can shop him at Don's Meat Shop, as I mentioned, it's on Hickson Pike in Hickson. There's the actual address. Call him, 842-1256. If you want to do a special order, he can help you with that, depending. Can't you do that sometimes?
Absolutely.
Depending?
We'll do it all the time.
Okay, and online it's donsmeatshop.com. You know what I remember from my trip to Ireland? We don't have a drink in our hand, but when you're finished with something happy and you want to say, like, here's to you, you say slanja. So slanja, Don Rains.
Well, thank you.
We're back after this.